Hello, I'm Rob Barger, Product Manager for the balers and wrappers for Kuhn North America. Today I would like to introduce to you the LSB 870. This is now the smallest of the large square baler models. The LSB 870 is a value price machine. It produces a 28 by 31 inch bale. The bale would fit well into the horse market, being a smaller size bale. It would also work well with the small beef or dairy producer that's looking for a value price machine. It can be no frills or it can be optioned up to a full spec machine. Throughput on it is up to 40 tons an hour, so this machine will really produce hay. Two hitch options available, the Scharmeiler Category 3 hitch and the Bull Pull Category 4 hitch with the pivoting ball. Hydraulic jack comes standard on the LSB. With removing the pin, you can fold the jack up into the hitch. This baler features a super heavy 530-pound flywheel to provide plenty of inertia for the baler. We also use a oversized Bondioli style clutch. This baler features a standard crop roller in the front that rotates against the crop and pushes the crop mat down into a tighter mat so that the pickup can pull it on in. It features one of the widest pickups in the industry at 91 inches. It's a special style pickup. It's a hybrid, the only one like it in the industry. Basically, the crop band is designed like a camless style band so that the tines are more exposed in different positions and less exposed as it gets towards the top to pull the crop away from the tines. As it gets into the rear position, there is actually a cam track in there to retract the tines to pull them straight down to release the crop. Behind that is our integral rotor. It's a 91-inch rotor. The auger and the rotor are all on the same axle. This eliminates a lot of your drives. It also brings the rotor much closer to the pickup, eliminating the dead spot between the pickup and the rotor, so you get a lot more direct feeding. This baler features the power density system. It's a single arm pre-chamber design. It rakes the crop off the back of the rotor. It pushes the flake up against the wedge plate and continues to build the flake until the flake is full. At one point, it overcomes the spring pressure on the wedge plate and it moves back. As that happens, it locks the rear arm and the arm fully extends, pushing the flake on up into the chamber. The power density system features a cleanout door. By removing two pins, the entire back of the pre-chamber opens up, allowing for seasonal cleanout or possibly cleaning out between fields. This baler runs on as little as 90 horsepower, and power comes through the main PTO and travels on up through the gearbox, through the flywheel into the main gearbox. The main gearbox has a plunger stroke of 46 plunger strokes a minute, and power goes out the bottom of the gearbox through another gearbox into the power density system, and through the top of the gearbox it travels into our knotter. So two additional gearboxes there. So 4 total gearboxes, 3 total chains on the baler. There's one chain that comes down and drives the main rotor, and then there's 2 additional chains to drive the pickup. So the entire baler runs with just one shear bolt located in the flywheel, and everything else is run by cam style clutches. The clutches that are located in the power density system and in the rotor are a cam style clutch. So by simply lowering the RPMs on the tractor, allows the operator to push the plug on through. This baler features Isobus electronics. There's 3 different monitor options with our Isobus electronics. You can use the VT50 or 5.5-inch color touchscreen display color monitor, or you can opt up to the CCI 200, which is a true virtual terminal. It's a 8.5-inch color touchscreen display. This monitor is a true virtual terminal. Will work with other companies' Isobus electronics, or you can choose not to get a Kuhn display and use your tractor's virtual terminal if that's available. This baler features storage for up to 24 rolls of twine. By removing the knob, you can open the front box. This allows you good access to the front of the machine. Removing the rear knob, this allows you full access to the back of the machine. This baler features the single axle on this particular machine. You can also get it with a tandem axle with a spring shackle style suspension. This baler features a 10-foot bale chamber. It's the longest standard bale chamber in the industry. With the Kuhn design, we moved the rear cylinder yoke to the rear of the machine. On this particular machine, we use 3 separate cylinders to push directly on the flaps. And this allows for maximum leverage. This baler features the new taillights, new for this year. They're a US style taillight. This particular baler is set up with a slide style chute. It's a non-hydraulic, just a gas activated shock style chute. So it doesn't have the rollers in it. However, you can upgrade it to the roller design as an option, and you can also get it with a hydraulic lift if you want. So with the gas shock, it really goes down easy. It's very easy to use. This baler shown does not have an ejector system, but you can upgrade it to the ejector system. It's an option that you take out these 2 rails and you can install an ejector system in this baler. Also, the floor in this baler is completely removable. So if you get into a high wearing crop or conditions that wear out your floor, you can actually remove the floor and replace it, unlike some of the competition where the floor is welded in. This baler features the Rosendorf knotting system. This system is a super reliable system. We've been using it at Kuhn for a long time. So some of the general features of this knotter are basically each individual knotter's got its own shear protection, which is unique to any knotter in the industry. Also, it features a extra large twine disc, and in the wiper arm, not really shown, there's actually a ball bearing in there. Also, it uses real coil springs that are chromed, so it's a hardened spring, and it's a real heavy spring. And same thing on the bill hook itself. So it's not a reed style spring, it's actually a coil spring. This baler does not have auto lube. However, it does have grease banks, and shown here is one of the banks that you grease all the knotters at the same time. If you want to upgrade this baler to a full-blown auto lube system, that is available. You can either do it through the factory or you can have it installed after. This baler shown does not have fans to blow the debris off the knotters. However, it can be upgraded to a fan system, or you can order it from the factory with electronic fans. Kuhn uses Rexnard chain, which is an extra heavy chain. It's got grease purged in the pivot points. They're hardened pins with a widened heavy-duty shoulder. So it's an extra heavy-duty chain for our balers. Our baler only features 3 total chains. And if you look at the sprockets, all the sprockets on this baler are hardened. Also, they feature a cam-style clutch. So there's a cam-style clutch located right on the rotor itself. Kuhn features a self-contained hydraulic system. This hydraulic system is used to run our flaps on the rear of the baler. With the rear flaps, you have 2 different modes. You can run in a manual mode, which is by simply setting your pressure on your flaps and holding it there. Or you can go into an automatic mode where it actually uses the plunger force of the baler to automatically adjust the force on the flaps in the rear of the baler. This baler features a toolless design on the adjustment of the gauge wheels. By removing that pin, you can actually slide it to a different hole position, changing your pickup height without tools. This is actually a fixed style gauge wheel, meaning that it does not allow the tire to turn. It's fixed in a fixed position. However, you can get it in a pivoting style, so it pivots side to side, allowing for a little less stress on the sides of the tire and rim as an option. Also, shown here is an air tire. However, you can get this in a non-pneumatic without air. It's a little bit more durable, heavy duty for those rough conditions. From Brodhead, Wisconsin, this is Rob Barger, and I want to thank you for watching.